Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to show you how to get free fuel for your car in this ever hiked fuel prices situation. So let's just dive into the fuel tank. Just take the fuel out of your dad's car and I'll tell you how to do that. Basically, this video is all about taking the fuel out of your fuel tank in emergency situations or to help someone. So this is a fuel tank filled with fuel, and this is where the fuel is filled from. So first idea stuck in our mind is to put a pipe into the fuel tank and suck the fuel out of it, and it seems simple, but in many vehicles and in most modern vehicles there are some theft protection systems which do not allow us to take the fuel out of this fuel tank like that. But as you know, this video isn't for thieves, and that is why we are using a technical approach which requires the key of the car to take the fuel out of your car. So basically, cars have a fuel supply system of their own, which consists of a fuel pump, a fuel filter, and an fuel injection system. And all of these components are connected with these fuel lines and have connectors from where we can unplug these fuel lines. And that is why we have three options to try, with the first one at the fuel pump, the second one at the fuel filter, and the third one at the fuel rail. So let's start with the option 1. So simply hop into the rear seat, as the fuel pump in most of the vehicle is located under the rear seat. So dive into the rear seat, just pop the rear bench seat of the vehicle, and under that plastic cover you will find the fuel pump of the vehicle. And to know more about the fuel pump, you can just click on the right top corner of the screen. Now let's go to the option 2, which is the fuel filter, and for that you just have to go down. Not in that sense, but go under the car to find this fuel filter, which is here and have these simple connectors on fuel lines, which you can just press and pull to take it out. And by after taking this fuel line out, you can just turn the key to the ignition and take the fuel out of your car. So now let's move to the option 3, which is a hassle free and most used option of the all. So for that we need to open the hood of the car and spot the intake manifold of the car, as the fuel injectors, which are right here, are at the ends of the intake manifold, and behind these fuel injectors we have the fuel rail, which is a metallic fuel rail, and at one end of the fuel rail we have the fuel line, which is here, and you can simply disconnect that by pressing these buttons on both sides and pulling it outwards. If you are having a hard time getting these things, you can just click on the top right and watch my what's under the hood video. Also in this Alto, the fuel injectors are right here, which is simple to find, and the fuel lines of this Alto are here, which is at a much simpler place and also connected with these hose clamps only. In tricky situations like in this Matiz engine bay, you can take a 5 mm rubber pipe and just simply slot it into the fuel line like so, and put the other end of the pipe into a container and just simply turn the key to the ignition to take the fuel out. But in diesel engines, the fuel supply system is bit different, with a fuel filter which is replaceable in every servicing, and that is why it's placed in a much accessible place. Like in this Skoda Rapid diesel, the fuel filter is right here on the engine bay, and it is placed here just for the sake of much easier replaceability. And it have two hoses, one coming from the back and one is going into the high pressure pump. So we'll take out the fuel line coming from the fuel tank and put it into a bottle and simply turn the key to the ignition. And here you can see we got some diesel, but you can see it's stopped. And if you want to fill whole bottle, you can just switch the ignition off and on again and again and take as much fuel as you want.
So I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please give it a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll meet you guys in the next one. Thank you, and bye bye, and stay safe. And also follow me on Instagram, the link is in the bio, and suggest me some new names for my channel. I'm thinking about changing it, so it will be helpful. So thank you, and bye bye. Again, stay safe, get vaccinated. Dancing on the moon.